that a saying in our country? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, there's Go Video.
There's Go Video. Yeah, it just blipped out on me as well. Yeah, it's given that it's happening to everyone. Bark. Yeah.
Whole stream down now.
Well, I'm looking at it. It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant liar telling to cover your tracks. Yeah, like I said, I can't do anything about it. OBS says it is continuously connected for the past hour and a half. Twitch is killing it. I don't know what to do. For y'all. But we do seem to be, well, Twitch still says it's unstable. So I don't know how back we are, but yeah. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks. What did you say? You claimed gale force winds caused you to lose control. But this new newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. Oh, Kunka. Why, I do believe it does say that. From one life sprouts another. That makes sense, but is it really a saying back home? I've never heard of it. Yeah, I said that too. Yeah, I kind of made that one up. For real? Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause. More fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once. Mr. Immus claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider. But it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind. Why, yes, I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Immus, how did you get there? And from where? Without any wind, you couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Immus must have launched himself from here. It's just kind of... Really, you gotta wonder why there aren't people coming down this all the time. Or trying to, at least. I don't know. Abolish prison.
Take that!
Hoo-ha! Are you insane? That's where it came from. If it couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means he might also have killed the High Priest. What? Mr. Immus, were you the third party at the inner sanctum? And the one behind the warning to halt the Rite the victim received? See, that seems unlikely. Why would he be sending that message? How? From prison, if he just escaped. Was it you we saw in his final memory? No, he literally just escaped from prison. Where's he getting a costume from? There were 4 people up there. This is the most attended rite of whatever since the beginning of Bark. Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira? No. Hoo-ha! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here. You did it. You finally left him speechless. Ah, come on, Mr. Prosecutor man. Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hangnail hell awaits you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. He didn't even put up a fight this time. That's awfully generous of him. But if you're as perceptive as you've seemed, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. His true identity? Yeah. Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. It would seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? The witness's true identity is this guy. Is this really him? Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? You sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison. Is that how that works? The precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Yes, it is. Buildings, antennas, spans, and earth. I think people are just making that up. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Dutz Erbal, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, maybe. The witness is an escaped prisoner. Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, he was here, under our noses, the entire time. Oh, that's a rebel. That might work. Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise. But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. Is it, defense? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. He claimed that the real killer was a rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah? And what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Turnabout, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. Oh no. He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. No. Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this. Hoo-ha! You got me. I'm the razor-sharp fangs, the divine dragons. That's on a bow. When did you get your memory back? Probably never lost it. Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head. Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Well, it's true I parachuted down the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie. A big fat lie? By the way, on time no see, UT. Why does everybody know Nayuta? Apollo knows Nayuta. This guy knows Rite. Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty, this filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. No humans belong in jail cells. Oh, yes, of course.
That's our ball. I don't know you.
Exactly. Bailiff, seize him at once. Oh no. Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yuri? But I haven't, and no dogs at the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley-oop. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Oh. The escaped prisoner escaped again. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. The escaped prisoners escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony? Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway? Well, I can't help but feel that the entire episode was an enormous waste of time. Your Majesty, perhaps it was not as great of a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor St. Marty? Dat Arabal dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. Is it the other side of, No. It's not the same note. But whatever. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk, the rebel leader. Oh, but we only have a small corner of it. Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? The scrap of paper Datsarabal dropped is part of this. I'm suspicious of that one, but, No. No. I mean, this is the only suspicious piece of paper I have. But that doesn't seem to match it. I don't like it. Because this is an entire sheet of paper. It's not.
Take that!
And this is. I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Arabal dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Why does it line up like that? Oh my, and just what does it say, Mr. Rite? I can't read Koreanese. Prosecutor Sadmati, if you please. The ignorant lawyer is not bothered to learn our language. Very well, then. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robe and make his escape. What? That is how he was to escape from prison? So, if I were to assume that Mr. Arabal was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbot Inme tried to thwart his escape plan? Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did he just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the Rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that Dats Arabal is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Dats Arabal's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I'm speaking of Abbot Inme, of course. Had Dats Arabal simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the high priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. Let me read that again. If you just escaped, you wouldn't understand. Okay, so they were expecting it to be a plot. Well, guess what? We have a letter about this. It is therefore unthinkable that Das Aribal was the high priest's killer. Ah! So then, you're saying the high priest was a... Oh, I cannot bear to say it. I'm afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom. How could this be? The high priest? A rebel? There must be some kind of mistake. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now Chad is dying. Oh boy. Now frames are being dropped. Oh boy. The internet popping in and out. That is to say, heck. You're not dying. The internet is dying here too. This time I actually am showing drop frames. This is just not a kindly day for network access for all of us, I guess. Okay. But we seem to exist again. Okay. Now that we've eliminated Dat Adebal from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains, the accused, Maya Fey.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Please do explain, defense. We can't end this trial without looking into... Huh? Forgetting something important. Oh. Okay, so we've kind of disproved a third party, or, I mean, a separate third party from the guy. The murder weapon we've done no examination of. None. The arrow, the relevance of the arrow has not yet been established. But that also is caused for it not to be looked into. I'm going to go with the murder weapon. What about the murder weapon? It was missing? See, imagine not knowing that. What does it matter if it has been found or not? The fact remains that the victim is killed with it by the accused. I also fail to see how that would be important, Mr. Wright. This, however, is. Back. It seems there is no need to continue this trial any longer. No! No, Your Majesty, there's still something important that must be brought to light. We can't end this trial without looking into the arrow? What about the arrow that was fired into the High Priest's house? It was simply a means to deliver the warning letter to the victim. That's more or less the same conclusion we came to yesterday. You know, I guess you're right. Oh, then this should be just about right as well. It seems there is no need to continue this trial any longer. No, Your Majesty, there's still something important that must be brought to light. We can't end this trial without looking into the third party, all right? I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If that wasn't Dutz Ball, then who was it?
Objection!
That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's it talking about? It is, as I have maintained from the start, there was no third party in the seance vision.
Objection!
Yeah, but there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her.
Sakura!
What the? I can't do my finger point.
Satura ima o mandomo samashi de tashi no ketare gase yo soroka!
Man. Hey, no patriots, ninja art. No. It is time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. But this hardly seems fair. It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring, with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there is nothing but the Warbard statue. Wait, hold on. Sorry, that was the judge. Besides the water itself, there is nothing but the Warbard statue. Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the Warbard statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in the reverse grip. Then why did the monk turn around? But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself. Come again. Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. Oh, are you saying? I am. It was all cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. Not very well. She would also have to predict that there would actually be a trial. Yeah. This can't be happening. Because, again, aside from Albie, there has been no innocent defendants in this country for 30 years. It's not... What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you are taking this so hard. It's his own life on the line, as well as... After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out, all the way back then? And that he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be. This is an outrage. You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder? No, I did nothing of the sort. Maya? Nick, it's not true. I didn't.
Objection!
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. Indeed, it seems this trial is over.
Hold it!
Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. And here's why. Now, what do? I've got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sarmadi's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now. Not like this. Very well then, I shall now render my verdict. Wait! Please wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Rite, guilty. Ah! Well, rip bozo. Okay. Oh heck. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but What is the meaning of this? Body's been found in the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? A body? What happened now? And we found this sticking out of the victim. Why, that's Lady Kira's warbird dagger. Lady Kira, she's returned from the Twilight Realm once more. She's come to defeat the rebels. Peace? Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Satmati. Yes? This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Faya. What? But... Why would Maya's prints be on it? She's already been pronounced guilty. I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Satmati? This trial has run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Satmati, are you suggesting what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who's been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Ms. Maya Fey. What? Huh? What? I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel-hunted Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Why, the timing matches perfectly. But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything?
Objection!
It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Abbot Inmee was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No! Lady Kira's warning updated in the court record. I didn't read it. A warning from Lady Kira to Abbot Inmee. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. If we assume the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest. Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping Dat Arabal escape after all. Precisely, that made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Ms. Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. If Ms. Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. Isn't she already doomed to die? Or are we talking about in the worlds to come? All right. Oh, it is about time. Heck, to run another poll. And let's hope that it works this time. I did some troubleshooting. We'll see how the theory goes. Okay, that did not update correctly. What the heck? Why would it not have updated correctly? Well, it's sort of updated. Spirit of Justice is still here. Geometry Dash is still here. Or, no, Geometry Dash... No, that's correct. Jigsaw is still the wrong one. Why is Jigsaw still the wrong one? The incorrect option. What have we done? Options hash. Well, that means when we did this, we did not, in fact, remove it. The winner was the existing game. No, the winner is a different game. And when the winner is a different game. Didn't copy the old amount. We need to get rid of it. Where's my copy button? Okay. You're off to bed. Thank you for coming by, Bacon Mutt. Okay. I believe we're fully good for next time. Well, maybe not next poll this stream, but for next stream for sure. Anyway. If Ms. Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with the second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. And no murder charge on top of a guilty verdict. So doomed. So doomed. Okay, that did. Ooh. That did lie. Okay. It seems the defense will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned. Ooh, heck. To be continued. It sure is. Okay. I am, however, Gonna take this opportunity to grab a quick... Oh boy, alright. Okay. I grabbed myself a small snack, so... excuse any pauses for munching. Alright. Let's check out this whole next link. We did save. May 11, 1:03 p.m. Temple. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Rite, guilty. Mr. Wright. Albie. I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now...
GG.
GG? Heck. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadmati. Yes? This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right? At least the jury is still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. You know, by having the same murder weapon and everything. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to help you any way I can. I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Raifa? Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murder under the Defense Culpability Act. I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. I'm in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. I guess that answers my question. Have I misunderstood the voice of the Mitama Yet again? This cannot be. All I did was defend my client. I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence. Oh, bobbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you've not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Well, I mean, people don't like to die. Just a little bit. I mean, investigate all you want. I care not. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like forge evidence? You've already been pronounced guilty for the other murder.